Welcome. It's a lovely Thursday afternoon on the 4th of June 2026 and you are watching Crown TV Midday News. I am Joy Mwinuka. We'll go straight into the headlines. 8 suspects still at large in Chingola businesswoman's murder case. Police probe high-profile case as former intelligence chief is charged with 11 counts. Choma traditional leaders endorse government development agenda, urge continuity. And in sports news, wonderful group marathon beyond the finishing line as proceeds are channeled towards dignity, health, and opportunity. Thank you so much for tuning in, and now the news in detail. 8 key suspects that allegedly murdered a Chingola-based businesswoman are still on the run as police investigations into the murder case continues. Helen Kamutumbe met her fate after forcefully being accused by a 25-year-old man of Kalumbila's Kisansa area to have mysteriously stolen his private parts. Northwestern Division Commanding Officer Brighton Siwale says police have been looking for the identified 8 suspects who have relocated from Kalumbila to other parts of the country, including neighboring countries. Mr. Siwale explains that police are actively pursuing the suspects and has since appealed to the suspects to come back home and answer to the charges. More in this report.
2 months after a Chingola-based woman was gruesomely murdered by a mob at Kalimbila's market, 8 suspects remain on the run. Helen Kamtumbe met her fate after forcefully accused by a 25-year-old man to have magically stolen his private parts. The incident occurred on 20th March 2026 at Kisasa Market in Kalumbila district. It was a shocking story that people in Kalumbila district and the country at large still talk about, and one that police say has not closed. Police have made arrests and 19 individuals have been charged with murder. In addition to these arrests, police are still looking for 8 suspects. Northwestern Division Commanding Officer Brighton Siwale now explains.
There are some key suspects we are looking for who have since relocated, and it's rumored some are going to neighboring countries. 8 key suspects are on the run, and the police were actively pursuing them.
Mr. Swales urged suspects who have relocated from Kalumbila to surrender themselves to police.
And maybe my appeal to them and the relatives, people around, just request them to turn down, come back home. There is no place like home. Let them come and answer to charges. Other than us, wasting government time, following you, pursuing you and resources, it should be doubled. Just one up and come back. Come and answer to charges. There are 8 who were identified in those videos and the information gathered through intelligence.
Patrick Mackay, Crown TV News, Solwezi.
Traditional leaders in Choma District, Southern Province, have pledged to continue supporting the government due to the development witnessed in just 5 years. Speaking during a community engagement meeting held in Mutanda Likekwad, which was chaired by Choma District UPND Chairman Hachwo Ndikiti, the traditional leaders revealed that in just 1 term of the UPND's tenure, the country has seen the introduction of free education and political will to improve the agricultural sector, evidenced by the witnessed supply of farming inputs. They have since called upon the nation to give the new Dawn government an opportunity to complete the projects it has started. Meanwhile, the Choma District Youth Chairman noted that the development seen so far is as a result of voting for the right leaders who care.
The traditional leaders have continued to play an important role in governance and driving positive change. With the country being politically charged, different stakeholders have continued to give their opinions on the national political affairs, some calling for the change of government, while others advocating for the return of the ruling party. Traditional leaders in Choma District in Southern Province have pledged to continue supporting the government due to the massive development witnessed in just 5 years of being in office. Speaking during a community engagement meeting held in Mutandalike ward, which was chaired by the Choma District UPND chairman, Hacho Ndikiti, the traditional leaders revealed that in just one term of the UPND's tenure, the country has seen the introduction of free education policy and the political will to improve the agriculture sector as evident by the increase in supply of the farmers' input support. They've since called upon the nation to give the new Dawn government an opportunity to complete the projects in the next term.
President eno shuwa mbangari inga muntu uraswega aga hotere ijitabwenwe warega jibwe ora
tagwe no twiga sosoroge pe linokuganana kwangu kwamba uragwamba guti mwasiga kaiswe tobasi mabugu ndiswe turi abantu
ani uba uti bana twagaleka unjira munkomo kubadelera basi jigororo iyaguli barayi akabote yo milimo tuyibona meho tu imari ACDF tagwe barwitwa buyawa tonse tulibwene mage mbori mbaba usikoromboza sumpuga ima dressigi ibana tagwe mwana ukaransi
ma mugati muzuno igambo nkaga igambo gusanguna BPC organized digabotu insult no one is name.
Many of the Choma District Youth Chairman noted that the development seen so far is as a result of voting for a leader who cares. He further challenged the citizens to remain focused and vote for all candidates on the UPND ticket in order for the presidency to work effectively.
Chotiana ndo muno ndo sumpugo beregera ntomwe kamba oti income yesu yabuguru shabulimi yeta kwamba oti ibantu bayita mpindu mawe baba tyani asambalige.
And the UPND District Treasurer Obvious Zulu has outlined the various achievements scored by the UPND in just 5 years of being in office.
Muguyeya katwambira na masimpe bya aputwasiga twambira na masimpe tutabahi kamba muguyeya kutimano gake danto omwali 5 onsa yeya gabotu katuya mushuti ya kubika abantu mugabotu.
As the countdown to 13th August continues, the only question that will be answered after that is if the people will trust the UPND with another mandate or if they will give another party the mandate to rule the country until 2031. Tryford Bugowa Jr. reporting for Crown TV News in Choma District, Southern Province.
The UPND in Ndola district says it has put their differences aside following confusion that erupted during the filing of nominations for the mayoral seat and will now rally behind its adopted candidates. Addressing the media in Ndola, UPND Ndola district chairperson Onesmus Mudenda says the confusion was limited to an individual and did not affect the party's unity or stability. He states that all candidates have now agreed to rally behind Sharon Insofwa as the party's preferred candidate for the mayoral seat. Mr. Mudenda also reaffirms that the party's preferred candidate for Bwana Mkubwa constituency remains Walen Mwambazi despite a court case filed against him by Copperbelt Province Youth Chairperson Warren Hinyama. More in this report.
After publicly displaying their divisions, the UPND in Ndola district says it has now closed ranks and is rallying behind its adopted mayoral candidate, Sharon Insofwa. Despite earlier disagreements and open disagreements played out in public, UPND Ndola district officials have come together to pledge support and work with Ms. Insofwa as the party's preferred candidate for the mayoral seat.
I want to announce to the public that we are not divided. We are united. And we just want to send a very strong warning to the opposition. You should not take advantage of the in-house fighting because we are one family that is very united. Whether you like it or not, we are carrying the day on 13th August because we are working as a coordinated team.
And ourselves, we are going to support her 100%. We are going to work with her 24/7 and united. If you are not united, definitely take to PK.
At this point, the party has given us Sharon Nsofwa. She's a qualified candidate. She has met the conditions for the party and the conditions of ECZ. Therefore, I want to call upon members of the public and especially the people of Undola. Let us give her the respect that she deserves as a mayoral candidate based on those qualifications.
Speaking at the media briefing, UPND Ndola District Chairman Onesimus Mdenda said the party is stronger than many think. He described the area fight as internal disagreements that can be resolved at any time.
It's no other than Sharon Nsofwa, a woman for that matter who have the heart for the people. This is where we are as a district in our party. As a result, it's somewhere whereby you have got a lot of players that can all score, but you can only pick one. And
that a criminal had already filed in who obtained the adoption certificate fraudulently. So we are here to put up the petition. It was for me, who is serving under President Hakainde Hichilema, who believes in the rule of law. What has happened is criminal and it cannot be left unchecked. The nonsense, I call it a nonsense, which happened for someone who wants to represent the people of Bwana Mkubwa can steal the adoption certificate.
Mkubwa constituency as a party duly elected is no other than Honorable Warren Mamazi, and we have already started campaigning there.
I, for one, I'm very comfortable, I'm happy, because it's a party that I've chosen. The party is more bigger than me. The party stands for the people, and there's a reason why they have put him to be there. And every one of us has got something in the party, and I've got no worry, I'm not bitter. And to make it even better for all of you to know, the journalists, we sat with my colleague, and he has appointed me as his campaign manager. I'm campaigning for him seriously, vigorously. I want to win Bwana Mkubwa big.
With that said, the question that many have is whether this reconciliation is genuine or just for show. How the party works together to secure victory in Ndola District remains to be seen. Only time will tell if this unit holds until election day. Reporting for Crown TV News, I'm David Kunda in Ndola District, Copperbelt Province.
UPPZ President Charles Chanda has endorsed President Hakainde Hichilema and the United Party for National Development UPND ahead of the forthcoming general elections. Speaking to the media, Mr. Chanda said some opposition leaders seeking the presidency have not repented of corruption, cadreism, and other practices that Zambians rejected in the 2021 elections. Mr. Chanda has since announced that his party has resolved to join the UPND alliance ahead of the August 13th, 2026 general elections. He said President Hakainde Hichilema deserves another mandate to continue implementing the developmental agenda he began 5 years ago. Mr. Chanda further stated that he would mobilize support from rural communities and traditional leaders in backing President Hakainde Hichilema's re-election bid.
Saying as UPPZ, we will give him the support this time. The reason we are giving him the support, he has 5 more years to prove and to say, Zambians, this is what I can deliver. And Mr. President, I'm addressing you. I'm not just coming as an individual, as CC, to bring this support to you. I come to represent our Royal Highnesses. They've been calling me. And it's because of the rural agenda that I had as UPPZ president. I'm representing our suffering Royal Highnesses. They need better treatment. And I'm saying, I'm coming to this alliance representing our Royal Highnesses. Let's improve on their accommodation issue. Let's improve on their transportation issue. We cannot treat members of parliament better than our Royal Highnesses. So I come with the support of many chiefs in this country, and they're also hearing me. We are saying, let's give them better houses. Let's give them electricity. Let's give them cars, the way we treat our MPs. Mr. President, I'm not coming alone. I'm coming with the support of our women in rural Zambia. They've been crying, and I've visited almost every province, and there's one cry. And they've been looking to UPPZ because of our agenda. Our women in rural Zambia are suffering. They have to walk long distances to go to clinics and hospitals. Some of them, they deliver their babies in the bush, and remember, hyenas go for little ones. They risk their babies to be eaten by hyenas because there are no hospitals.
Former Lunte Member of Parliament Mutotwe Kafwaya has expressed concern over the state of democracy ahead of the 13th of August 2026 elections. Mr. Kafwaya alleged that opposition and independent candidates are facing intimidation and political violence, raising questions about the credibility of the electoral process. He further questioned whether the current political environment would allow for free and fair elections and urged authorities to uphold constitutional rights and democratic principles. Speaking at the same briefing, former Lukasha Member of Parliament George Chisanga said the Tonse Alliance remains united and prepared for the elections despite what he described as intimidation by the ruling party.
That what UPND has demonstrated is a very bad standard of democracy. First of all, it is incorrect to circumvent a person from contesting an election, whether that person wants to contest on NRPUP or that they want to contest on UPND or even as an independent. People's rights to participate in an election must be respected because this is constitutional. Failing to let people contest elections if they do want and they qualify is in fact violating their constitutional rights. Do you recall what UPND did to the Democratic Party? Honorable Hari Karawa had to form a new political party. Are you able to remember what they did to the National Democratic Party?
Zambia is experiencing one of the most violent instances from the time that the nominations were filed up to now. In fact, these instances started even before the filing of nominations, and most of the fights were within the camp of the UPND. At that time, we could not be very concerned because we didn't know what was causing the infighting within the UPND. But of course, it became very clear soon thereafter, because most of those who would have been very formidable members of parliament, mayors, and even council chairpersons in the UPND were frustrated into not fighting. And that was after they had their credentials removed from them. If you heard, the UPND had suggested that each one should surrender their regional certificates of grade 12 and other credentials as they were vying to be not to be adopted for standing on the UPND tickets. The idea was clearly because they wanted to make sure that they reduced the number of those who are going to stand either on our tickets or on independent.
Colleagues have expressed concerns about the Electoral Commission of Zambia. At least we appreciate that they've given guidance on the issue of those that have filed in as independents. But we still want to call upon the Electoral Commission of Zambia to take action by enforcing the electoral process law. Violence is prohibited even in the supreme document of the land, the Constitution. Therefore, you must not just end about at condemning the actions, the violence that took place in various nomination centers. We would like you to take action. as you are mandated. Anti-Corruption Commission, you can't be sleepy and only wait for instructions on who to pursue. There are cases of corrupt activities that have been highlighted, that have been reported. People being enticed to withdraw their valid filed nominations.
You are watching Crown TV Media News. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Everyone wonders why I'm always jovial and happy. Every day, every time. At work, even under pressure. At play, always under control. Even with Bay, I always shine. And today, I get to share my secret. My secret companion, Best Kombucha, gives me the energy but also boosting my immune system as I go by my day-to-day activities.
Toileta mami we best kombucha sonwemu. Toileta daddy we best kombucha sonwemu. Iye na ni best kombucha. Best kombucha. Iye na ni mo kombucha.
Now you know.
Best kombucha. Iye na ni best kombucha. You drink best kombucha.
On a busy day in Lusaka, right in the middle of a vlogging, Mr. Simon Mwela's phone battery died. Well, he knew what to do next. He called Zambia's top cell phone and accessories dealer. In a flash, problem solved. Across town, Dr. Sia Twambo was getting ready for a presentation when he realized that his PA forgot something. A quick call to Mobile City and his projector screen was delivered in no time. Meanwhile, Vana Fiasasa was about to leave for the village when she remembered she needed a phone upgrade. One call to Mobile City and a new phone arrived just in time. Vana Fiasasa snapping a selfie before hitting the road? But wait, I thought the other guys were in a hurry. For free, fast and reliable delivery, trust Mobile City. Beware of scammers. Mobile City Delivery. You order, we deliver.
Welcome back. We'll go straight into the sports news. The National Heroes Stadium playing turf has been declared fit for games. This was after inspections by Ministry of Sports Permanent Secretary Kangwa Chileshi. Stadium contractor Marius van Niekerk says the armyworm infestation has been dealt with and the field is in perfect condition. And Kangwa says he is impressed with the works at Heroes. He revealed that the first game to be played on the turf will be in July 2026.
Singular plant. It takes a little bit longer than your normal standard field to come back.
Okay. But ideally, if you maintain it well, it lasts long.
It lasts.
Very good. That's what people.
No, it lasts.
That's the reason why
You
we
do-
polarized
you do
towards,
your yearly
towards a
interceding
hybrid, because
equal.
we were told that if we maintain it well,
Yes.
it lasts longer
It
than an actual turf. That's all. I'm impressed. I will confess to you, I was very worried. You know, like most Zambians, when I heard that there was an infestation of armyworms, I didn't even want to come here. I was so depressed, you know. And then I saw the pictures. The grass looked brown from the beautiful pictures that we had sent. I think Honorable Elvis Nkandu had put some pictures on his page and also on the ministry page that everybody was commending us for a marvelous job that was done to the turf. And so to see this infestation of armyworms was very disappointing. To look at the state of the grass now, obviously look at it, it's green. It's picking up. Of course it can be better, it needs to be cut, but it's been restored. That's very good. Looking back in hindsight, I'm also sad but also happy that the infestation of the armyworms happened while the team is here. Now you can imagine, had we procured the turf, handed over, and then we had infestation of armyworms.
Well, those are the stories we had for you on today's Midday News. Let's take a recap on the stories that made headlines. 8 suspects still at large in Chingola businesswoman murder case. Police probe high-profile case as former intelligence chief is charged with 11 counts. Choma traditional leaders endorse government's development agenda, urge continuity. Wonderful Group Marathon beyond the finishing line as proceeds a channel towards dignity, health and opportunity. On that note, we have come to the end of the Midday News. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Joy Mwinuka. Have a lovely day.